Hello, everybody. It's good to be here. I haven't brought any props with me tonight because we're actually all inside my prop. This fine building, 1 Great George Street, many of you might not have been to this building before. In fact, it's the sort of building you might have walked past and not really noticed what the building was about. You might even have looked up and seen the Institution of Civil Engineers. And some of you might have wondered, well, what is the Institution of Civil Engineers? Well, when it was set up as the oldest engineering institution in the world 200 years ago, Institution of Civil Engineers meant non-military engineers. So it's all types of engineering except military. So the guys who went on to build and create the infrastructure of the backbone of modern Britain that we still benefit from today was all types of engineering except military. Now, some of the specialist engineering that was inside the civil engineering, they actually broke away and set up some of their own separate institutions. And so you had the mechanical engineers, the electrical, the chemical engineers. They set their own little groups up, specialists. Until today, the British engineering professional body is actually over 30 separate engineering bodies. Now, this means that some of these bodies do their own thing, and I suspect they don't talk to each other enough. And I think it would be better if there was more communication between them so that they could speak with a more stronger voice on behalf of the engineering community. I think there's a special role for the Institution of Civil Engineers, which is the daddy of them all. It could have a new role in all this. And I was curious when I saw this image of the Royal Albert Hall decked out in 1907 when this building was being built. It was an event called Conversazione. It's an event, it looks like they're going to have fun and get together and talk about things. But I thought, wouldn't it be great if we could have a conversazione between all those different types of engineers? They can come together, share ideas, spark new ideas, thinking across the boundaries, and actually start coming with a more unified voice to talk to the rest of the British public. And it could all happen here at Daddy's house, 1 Great George Street. And it doesn't just happen at Christmas, it can happen several times a year as well. But I think we could do more. We can look at, again, at the meaning of civil engineers. Because we drill down into the meaning of civil, it doesn't just mean non-military, it also means ordinary citizens. Ordinary citizens, like everyone out there in the whole world, or the whole Britain, and actually everybody in this room, because all of you are affected by this. And some of you might be saying, well, why do I want to get involved in a conversation with engineers? In fact, some of you might be asking, what have civil engineers ever done for us? Well, think about this. When you leave this building tonight, you will go out that door and you will look around you and just about everything you see, possibly with the exception of trees, so the streets, the buildings, Houses of Parliament, the bridges, Waterloo Station, Millennium Wheel, Joseph Bazalgette's Victoria Embankment, underneath that the railway, it's all engineering. So we all need to get involved, and engineers need to know what citizens want. Citizens need to understand what engineers could do so we can build consensus about what we want to do. And that way we could build a better built environment in the future. And the best place to have that conversazione is right here in the Institution of Civil Engineers, which should also be regarded as the Institution of Citizens Engineering. So everyone's welcome. You don't need to wear a grey suit. You don't even need to wear a tribute waistcoat. You could come as you are, and let's all join that conversation, and we can all start it right here and now. Thank you very much.